So if we talk about enabling tech, we are talking about really totally new upcoming technologies. And you know, the major problem we have, or not a problem, an issue we have to solve is the energy consumption on the one side and the energy itself in our wearable devices. And that's the reason why it's my really great pleasure to welcome now two people on the stage. Ladies first, Dr. Marie Berthuel from Bioenzymatic Fuel Cell and Dr. Jules Hammond from Bioenzymatic Fuel Cell, from the left and from the right side, so I have to go from the stage now. You get the microphone, and thanks for being with us, and the stage is now yours.
Thank you.
Okay, so hi everyone, can you hear me well? Perfect. So first of all, thank you for the organization and mainly Christian and Peter for inviting us today to speak, and especially to get the opportunity to be surrounded by experts in the wearable world. My name is Marie Berthuel. I'm a doctor in chemistry and particularly in biosensing. And at BeFC, I am the product manager and the communication manager, as well as a co-founder. And this is my partner.
My name is Jules Hammond. I'm the CEO and co-founder at BeFC. My personal background is electronic engineering, as well as nanoelectrochemistry. Today, we live in a smart, connected world. But the problem is, the devices that we currently use are typically powered by coin or button cell batteries. These miniature batteries are incredibly complicated, expensive, and unecological to first collect, then process and recycle. And what it means is around 97% of these miniature batteries end up in either a landfill or are incinerated, polluting our planet. As a number, it's around 15 billion per year that end up with this fate.
So to address this environmental issue, scientists all over the world have looked to nature to find inspiration. And there are many renewable energy that are surrounding us. Thermal energy, solar, hydro, and wind. But what if the answer was closer to us than we thought? What if it was within us, humans? Well, that's where BeFC has been looking for and searching for, and we found the answer there. We have created a bio-inspired energy that uses all the components, most of the main components of the body to create this energy. Carbon, enzymes, glucose, oxygen, water. And to bundle this energy into a packaged solution that can be portable, we use paper. Our solution is not only eco-friendly and sustainable, but it also is empowering the next generation of smart and sustainable devices. In one sentence, we make electricity with papers and enzymes. Because it's paper-based, it can be ultra-thin, lightweight, and flexible, perfect for wearable application. We use enzymes that are biomolecules to convert abundant biofuels, including glucose and oxygen, into electricity. We emerged from decades of pioneering research on implantable technologies, so this is why we use glucose and oxygen that you can find in the blood. But to imagine and to think outside of the box, and in this case, outside of the body, we needed to find a reservoir of glucose and oxygen. So we patented a reservoir of glucose that is within the paper device, and we harvest oxygen from the air. Also, because we came from implantable technologies, we use biocompatible and organic materials, including cellulose and carbon.
So how does it work? Well, BeFC, as Marie mentioned, is bio-inspired. We use enzymes to convert glucose and oxygen into electricity. The biofuel cell comprises of two reactions. One reaction is the oxidation of glucose into gluconolactone, which is a natural byproduct found in honey and wine. This reaction liberates electrons, and we've patented the mediated electron transfer. This creates a positive current. The second reaction is the reduction of oxygen into water. This consumes or pulls electrons from the electrode. It creates a negative current. When we combine these two reactions together, we create a cell voltage and a current flow through the electrical circuit.
And so we have taken this core technology that is sustainable, eco-friendly, that contains no metal, to disrupt the market. But we also provide the electronic interface between your product and our sustainable energy. In this platform, we can combine a range of sensors, microcontrollers, wireless communication modules, including NFC, Bluetooth Low Energy, and Sigfox LoRaWAN. So this is what I have in my hand here. We have created the perfect marriage into those two products to deliver a product on the market. But we don't want to stop there. We have created an energy solution that is sustainable, but we also want to have the lowest environmental impact on our electronic platform. And for this reason, we aim to use printed technologies, to have an electronic platform with printed antennas, printed passive components, and only a and only a few electronic components to control the electronics. And this can be possible with our today's partner, Enkel and ST Microelectronics, with others problems. And as power requirements decrease, more and more features can be integrated in our solution, including user interaction, like electrochromatic display, LEDs, and also capacitive buttons. And we have many opportunities in many industries, particularly for the replacement of toxic batteries in existing products, but also in innovation to unlock new opportunities.
And some great examples here are logistics. For instance, single-use labels or tags that can track things like temperature and humidity of pharmaceuticals, trying to minimize the wastage. It's a $15 billion problem and creates around a gigaton of carbon dioxide waste because of incorrect temperature and humidity handling of pharmaceuticals. You then have medical examples, things like wearable wound monitoring tags, or for instance, as Kate mentioned, continuous glucose monitors, typically devices that are worn for 7 to 14 days, after which they are typically incinerated because of the contact with blood.
And this is also the case for chronic wounds and wound care in general. And we have opportunities in other markets like IoT and wearables. So if we focus on wearables, we want to build the new normal. We want to be able to offer data opportunities without the downsides of a battery. And this can be the case for many markets, particularly for sports, wellness, healthcare, and medical. And we want to build that product with our strategic partners.
So now the business model. BeFC in the process of providing industrialized printed biofuel cell. At the moment we use a robotic sheet-to-sheet process. It means that our cost price is comparable with a lithium coin or button cell battery, which isn't good enough for the consumer market. But by moving to this printed technology, BeFC will be cost competitive with alkaline coin or button cell batteries. So we're talking around 10 cents for one of our devices. In terms of the electronic platform, today BeFC have demonstrated 3 product tiers. It's dependent on the wireless communication protocol. So the lowest tier is NFC or ultra high frequency RFID data communication. The next is Bluetooth Low Energy, particularly interesting if you want to send a prompt or a warning via a smartphone app. And finally, the final product tier that BeFC have developed is sub-gigahertz or LoRaWAN and Sigfox connectivity. This is where you want to push the data to the cloud, and this wireless protocol can communicate the data between 60 miles or 100 kilometers away. At the same time, BeFC is a university spin-off, and what it means is we have a strong intellectual property portfolio. 7 core patents developed at the University of Grenoble, but we now have 17 patents being filed related to our ink formulations and the combination of our biofuel cell with electronics. In terms of the core patents that protect our company, we've patented the enzyme reactions, the storage of glucose inside the paper, as well as the liquid reservoir that Marie mentioned. It's a small liquid reservoir that's used as a mechanical on switch. So that if you have a wearable device, you pop the liquid reservoir, it releases liquid into the microfluidic layer, activating the fuel cell. Within just a few seconds, you produce electricity, and the device can last between minutes and months, depending on how quickly you decide to use the energy stored in the device.
So now to enter the market, we need to also understand our competition. Our competitors are the traditional coin and button cell batteries that, as you know, are environmentally unfriendly, could be dangerous for kids if they swallow it, and also could represent large expenses when they need to be recycled or treated. Also, flexible cells are our main competitors, and they don't address the environmental issue because they still use those toxic materials. Now, if we look at energy harvesting, photovoltaic is our main competitor, but only achieved its high power density in direct sunlight. So if you are under clothes, in a hospital, or within a box, you won't get that high power density. If we look at thermal, vibration, and radio frequency energy, they often offer erratic power. Only BeFC can deliver high power density with a stable voltage on demand, so upon activation, with biological fluid or environmental fluid, or even tap water. And we also patented a blister reservoir, as Jules mentioned. And we can provide this power from minutes to months, depending on the application that you're targeting. So looking at the market strategy, we can be a replacement solution. If we look at B2B, we can act as a replacement solution for existing products, or innovate and provide our electronic platform with our BFC to be integrated into a product. We also want to investigate B2B2C and B2C by offering a product directly to customers, to also have their direct feedback, and so that they can have a control on the product that they also wish to have.
Much like the strategy of Raspberry Pi, we want to develop an off-the-shelf solution that can be customized with software depending on the use case. Now, BFC is currently industrializing our production process. As I mentioned, we're scaling up from a robotic sheet-to-sheet process to what's called a roll-to-roll printed process. And by doing this, we move our production capacity from 1,000 units per day to 1 million units per day. It's how we achieve the cost competitiveness against alkaline technologies. BFC is a 2-year-old startup, so we're relatively young. We raised 3 million euros of seed funding within 1 month of incorporation, and we've used that money to really optimize the materials that we're using in terms of our inks and our paper substrates. We're currently looking to open a Series A round of financing to help us to finalize the industrialization process so that we can be on mass production for 2024. On top of the 3 million of seed funding, BFC has raised 3.5 million of non-dilutive funds, and we now have over 1.2 million of joint development agreements with some large industrial clients. BFC is comprised of a team of interdisciplinary engineers and scientists, but most importantly, we're problem solvers. We have an agile and dynamic team that are looking to work with clients to take their vision to a product. At the same time, we have a strong advisory board, so we're not going alone. People like Stéphane Renard, who was the founder of a company called Tronix, actually went to IPO and then a trade sale to TDK, who we heard from earlier. Stéphane Bouchard, the CFO at Becton Dickinson, a medical device manufacturer, understands the complexities with medical go-to-market strategies. Christian Simsik was the global VP of operations at Avery Dennison, well known for introducing RFID or NFC tags to the market. And then we have Eric Pilau, the former executive vice president of Schneider Electric and CEO of CST and Innovista. These are MEMS-based companies based in the US, both with over $1 billion revenues per year. We have a CNRS team on standby, as well as a team of interns to reduce the cash burn. And we're based on the university campus with laboratory space, office space, and a pilot production line just outside of Grenoble, a place called Villebonneau. We also have an office in the US, in North Carolina, and our business developer for the US is here, and please go and see her after the talk, Sophia.
Over the years, we also were awarded several prizes, particularly CS Innovation Awards in 2021 and 2022. We also have labels from Solar Impulse SDG UNWTO to assess the fact that our technology is sustainable. Before we end this presentation, I also want to mention, because of this traction toward our technology, we are going faster to the product development. So we have a business development team. As we mentioned, Sophia is over there if you want to go and see her. She's our lead in the US market. And we also have a product team, as per se, that is located in France, where we have a project coordinator at the moment, and we want to reinforce our marketing and communication, as well as the project design and engineering. And we want to de-risk and reinforce our supply. So we want to make sure our partners want to have this long-term relationship with us. So these job offers are located in France, in Grenoble. So I have shown several pictures. So if you want to share it, please don't hesitate. And we will finish this presentation with our slogan together: Power the future with nature. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Marie and Jules. We have a request from the online auditorium. Could you show just here on about at that place the battery and your development board? Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. And now questions.